The World Health Organization is warning of future global pandemics, and it's pressing member nations, including the U.S., to sign on to a treaty giving the organization broader authority. But as Lori Johnson reports, the WHO's questionable decision-making during COVID is raising some red flags.
WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus suggests the next pandemic could be possibly more deadly than COVID-19.
And anything happening is a matter of when, not if. So we need to have a placeholder for that, for the disease we don't know. That may come. And that was when we gave the name Disease X.
The World Health Organization is warning of future global pandemics and is pressing member nations, including the U.S., to sign on to a treaty giving the organization broader authority. But as Lori Johnson reports, the WHO's questionable decision-making during COVID-19 is raising some red flags. WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus suggests the next pandemic could be possibly more deadly than COVID-19, and anything happening is a matter of when, not if. So we need to have a placeholder for that, for the diseases we don't know yet, he said. Make no mistake, he added, we gave the name Disease X to fear grips the world. A new and dreadful threat, Disease X, looms over humanity, challenging our science and questioning our security. But was this prophesied pandemic already written in the pages of the Bible? We stand on the brink of discovering something that could change everything we know about diseases and prophecies. The so-called Disease X is causing global alarm, with world leaders and health experts warning of its devastating potential. But what if I told you that this new disease may have been mentioned in one of the books of the Bible? Stay tuned to find out, and don't forget to leave your like and subscribe at the end of this video. Leaders from around the world are concerned about a new disease they say is coming, one that could be worse than those we already know. They have dubbed this disease Disease X. The book of Revelation and the words of Jesus in the Gospels speak of terrible plagues that will come upon the earth. Let's understand how Disease X relates to what the Bible tells us is to come. Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum are among the global leaders who have recently warned about Disease X. On July 10, 2023, an article was published on the World Economic Forum website titled Disease X: How to Prepare for the Next Big Virus. The article discusses how the world is coming together on a global scale to prepare for this, how a global agreement on pandemics could help during a virus outbreak. During the World Government Summit in Dubai, which took place from February 12 to 14, world leaders presented plans for a global agreement to address this issue. The head of the World Health Organization warned about the next global outbreak, urging countries to reach an agreement during the 2024 World Government Summit in Dubai. The head of the World Health Organization said in a statement that the next outbreak could be caused by a new pathogen that we do not yet know, or what we call Disease X. To understand the basics of how they plan to deal with Disease X when it arrives, Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum, says China was the best example of how to handle the last pandemic. He said on Chinese state TV, China is a model for many nations. I think it is very important for us to be cautious when considering different systems, Schwab said, but the Chinese model certainly attracts many countries. It is worth noting that if anyone has not seen the videos on how China dealt with the situation, they show their zero-tolerance policy, which was quite severe. There were reports of people being prevented from leaving their homes, with doors locked in apartment buildings and doors welded shut. Residents across China shared videos showing authorities welding shut the doors of apartment buildings to prevent people from leaving. In the videos, you could see the agony of the people in China, where they were screaming from inside their apartment buildings because they were forced to stay inside and could not leave at all. People were screaming in pain. Bill Gates is another global leader who has mentioned this upcoming disease. There are several videos of him talking about these serious issues, but here is one where he and his ex-wife Melinda Gates are seen discussing the next big disease in a casual manner. Countries like Taiwan, New Zealand, and Australia have learned from the experience and prepared better, allowing them to act more quickly. So, we will need to prepare for the next challenge, Gates says. This will certainly attract attention this time. Now, how does this relate to the Bible? Well, the first reference we will look at is in the book of Luke, and then we will explore what the book of Revelation has to say. And believe me, there is a lot of information there. In Luke 21:11, Jesus tells us that in the last days there will be plagues, which is another word for a terrible disease, and there will be great earthquakes in various places, and famines and plagues, and there will be terrifying sights and great signs from heaven. A truly amazing verse that we should look at in correlation with this. In Matthew 9:35, and Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. So Jesus Christ has all the power to heal all forms of disease. So do not be discouraged or afraid. The book of Revelation describes a series of prophetic events that will occur in the last days of human history. One of these events is the appearance of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, who are described in chapter 6, verse 8. To help you understand more quickly and easily all these signs, we are facing difficult times where prophecies are being fulfilled, but many do not realize what is happening around the world. For this reason, I have decided to offer a gift to all channel subscribers, a digital ebook, The Secret Behind the Holy Bible, so you can download it immediately. It's in the first pinned comment. In this book, I reveal all the secrets of biblical prophecies that will shock you. Don't waste time. Click on the first pinned comment because we only have a few units available and it will soon be taken down. This chapter is particularly relevant as it describes the last horseman riding a pale horse. This horseman is identified as Death, and Hades follows him closely. They are granted power over a fourth of the earth and are allowed to bring death through various means: sword, famine, pestilence, and by the beasts of the earth. This imagery is symbolic and represents the devastation and suffering that will accompany the final events described in the book of Revelation. Christian teachings offer a perspective of hope in the face of the adversities described in the book of Revelation. For followers of Jesus Christ, there is great hope, as faith in Him not only brings forgiveness of sins, but also freedom from the fear of death. The book of Revelation also presents another way in which plagues will affect the earth in the last days, through the 2 witnesses in Revelation 11:11, 3:12. The role of these 2 witnesses during the Great Tribulation is described. They are sent by God to proclaim His will and prophecy for 1260 days, dressed in sackcloth and invested with great divine power. Verse 6 highlights that these witnesses have the authority to cause plagues on the earth, including the ability to shut the sky so that it does not rain during the period of their prophecy, turn the waters into blood, and unleash plagues whenever necessary. These 2 witnesses are instruments of God during a period of judgment and tribulation, and their presence demonstrates God's sovereign control over the final events of human history. For believers, this represents the certainty that God is in control even during the most difficult times and that He will eventually bring justice and redemption to His people. Now, this verse may cause fear in some, but again, there is always a contrary verse for those who are followers of Jesus Christ. If you say, "The Lord is my refuge," and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. This is one of the many reasons why it is so important to accept Jesus Christ as your guide and Savior, because every part of the Bible that scares is directed to those who do not believe. For followers of Jesus Christ, there are verses that offer protection, security, and liberation. In the last days, there will be people who will reject God's ways and follow the Antichrist, They will receive the mark of the beast, and a specific plague will strike them for doing so. Then I heard a loud voice from the temple saying to the 7 angels, "Go, pour out the 7 bowls of God's wrath on the earth." The first angel went and poured out his bowl on the land, and ugly festering sores broke out on the people who had the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. The world warns us about disease X, but we do not know when or how it will happen. We will have to wait and see, but we can trust what the Bible says. We know that when the book of Revelation begins to unfold, diseases will be brought upon the earth like we have never seen before. You want to make sure you are in Jesus Christ before that day comes. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of self-control. Although these prophecies in the book of Luke, Revelation, and elsewhere are inevitable and will happen, God calls us to turn to Him in the face of such trials. When I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command locusts to devour the land, or send a plague among my people, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. These prophecies will happen regardless of what happens, but we do not know exactly when. So when we face uncertainties or pestilences, God tells us to humble ourselves, pray, and seek Him, and He will bring healing to our land. So I pray that everyone who watches this will cry out for this, for Brazil and for the whole world, and that even world leaders will stop spreading fear about new diseases like disease X and accept Jesus Christ as Lord. Word spreading the truth and love of the gospel in times of turmoil like this. It is faith that becomes our beacon, guiding our steps through the darkness. Believing in a higher power provides us not only with comfort, but also with strength and hope to face the challenges posed, but also with strength and hope to face the challenges posed by disease X. This faith connects us to something greater than ourselves, inspiring us to seek not only physical healing, but also spiritual redemption. In scriptures, we find references that resonate with the challenges we face today. Before continuing with the video, an important message. Don't forget to get your copy of our book. It's in the first pinned comment of this video. In Luke 21:11, Jesus prophesies about plagues and calamities as signs of the end times, reminding us that the world Matthew 9:35 demonstrates Jesus' authority over all diseases, showing us that He is the source of healing and hope. In the book of Revelation, the 4 horsemen described in Revelation 6:8 symbolize the evils that plague humanity, including death, famine, pestilence, and desolation. And in Revelation 11:3-12, we are introduced to the 2 witnesses who have the power to bring plagues upon the earth during a period of chaos and uncertainty. In this challenging moment, it is important to seek higher values that offer comfort and guidance. The true response to disease X and other crises lies in spirituality, compassion, and trust in the divine promises of healing and redemption. By reflecting on our beliefs and strengthening our faith, we find comfort and strength to face the challenges that lie ahead. Although the prophecies of the Bible can be interpreted in various ways, they always invite us to reflect and hope. They remind us that even in the darkest moments, there is light and redemption available to those who seek divine guidance. Beloved brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of this immersive journey through prophecies and faith. In times of uncertainty, we deeply appreciate your presence and invite you to continue with us on this relentless quest for knowledge and connection with the divine. If this content has inspired you, share it with your loved ones and help spread the message of hope and faith. Subscribe to the Unveil the Bible channel to enjoy more insights and reflections on prophecies and their connection to the modern world. We thank you for your companionship on this spiritual journey. Together, we will continue to unravel the mysteries of the Bible and seek answers to humanity's challenges. May the flame of faith never be extinguished in our hearts. Remember, the journey of unraveling the Bible and finding answers in the mysteries of faith is continuous until the next journey of faith and knowledge. Don't forget to download our book, The Secret Behind Biblical Prophecies. We've already sold over 500,000 copies, and we're down to the last few units, so don't waste time and take advantage. I guarantee you'll gain a lot of knowledge after reading this sensational book, made with great care and love for all our channel subscribers, entirely based on the Holy Bible. The link is in the first pinned comment. Certainly, here's an expanded version of the message. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. If you found value in the content we shared, your support means the world to us. We would be immensely grateful if you could help us spread these uplifting messages further by liking and sharing this video with your friends, family, and anyone else who might benefit from it. Your actions have the potential to positively impact countless lives, and we deeply appreciate your willingness to be a part of that. Furthermore, if you enjoy receiving inspiring and informative content like what you've just experienced, we encourage you to consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll ensure that you never miss any of our future videos. You'll also gain access to a wealth of additional content that dives deeper into topics that matter to you. At our core, we are committed to delivering meaningful insights and knowledge that can enrich your life. Each video we create is crafted with care and dedication, with the intention of providing you with valuable perspectives and information. We believe in the power of education and inspiration to make a difference, and your support fuels our passion to continue this mission. By becoming a subscriber, you become part of our community, a community dedicated to learning, growth, and positivity. Your engagement, whether through likes, shares, comments, or subscriptions, motivates us to keep striving for excellence in our content. Together, we can create a ripple effect of positivity and understanding in the world. As we journey together through this pursuit of knowledge and faith, we want to express our sincere gratitude for your support. Your involvement is not just a number to us. It's a testament to the impact we can make when we come together with a shared purpose. Whether you've been with us for a while or you're just discovering our channel, know that your presence and support are deeply valued. In closing, we extend our heartfelt thanks to you. May your life be abundantly blessed with wisdom, joy, and fulfillment. We look forward to continuing this journey with you, sharing more insights and exploring new horizons together. Until next time, take care and thank you once again for being a part of our community.